Hello there. I have been thinking a lot about my meeting with my spiritual teacher from a couple weeks ago. I'm still processing it. Just felt like venting about it, just kind of rambling about it a little bit. One of the things that's been on my mind a lot is just like, what's the big deal with presence? I understand intellectually, like, everybody talks about presence being such an important thing. And from being engaged with what's really real around you. And at this meeting with him, it wasn't a teaching session or anything. We were just having tea, catching up, hanging out as if we were friends. And I went in with no real agenda, just really curious to see what would happen if I was just present. Because I knew that coming in with an agenda would probably just muddle things up. And I was just really kind of blown away by his capacity to just be present and the impact that had on me. The content of the meeting wasn't, it was cool, it was interesting, but compared to the kind of the context, the atmosphere, it wasn't the main focus. This was just really being in this space was kind of like being in an altered state of consciousness with him. It's almost like he gave me a drug by interacting with me, and it's just very, very spacious, very roomy, and allowed for that natural organic flow to just come through. Like, there's no second guessing myself, no mental games going on, just really feeling in touch and connected with whatever wanted to happen. And it feels very different than a lot of like waking normal states of consciousness that we think of when we're going about life. And it has me wondering now, like, is that experience interacting with him in this altered state of consciousness, in this kind of trippier state, is that actually closer to like the true nature of our experience, true nature of what's possible to experience, and that I just haven't experienced it that much in the rest of life. We have all this crap going on, putting us in what I had thought of as a normal, quote-unquote, state of consciousness, with all these thoughts and concerns and effort and trying to control things and make sure I get the right outcome, and having this sense of like separation and this lack of flow. Like, what if that is actually the altered state of consciousness? What if that is actually like a drug-induced altered state of consciousness that doesn't really contribute to presence, to life, to creating more? And just like really bizarre thinking about the Buddhist concept that life is a dream, that we're in this mass shared dream, and what having some level of lucidity in a night dream is like. It's a very kind of surreal experience, and it's similar to that state that I was in when I was meeting with my teacher. It's just like kind of pulling back in the cockpit more, that sense of observership. It's really, there's just a lot less of my ego and all the things that I thought of as me being involved and feeling like I have to control and dictate, and that I can't just like be organic, be natural, be myself, whatever comes up and whatever comes out. And just like really what a gift that kind of presence is. Like, he's not doing. It's not a real doing on his part. He's not performing nice or kind actions for me per se. Literally just sitting there, just looking at me, being with me in that same space from such a clear and open, undistracted, just fully in the moment. And the power that has to just bypass so many of the illusions, so much of the story, so much of the bullshit that we carry around in our minds, and ultimately just create more problems for ourselves. And, what if all this really is a lot simpler? It really is just being present. That's why meditation is such a simple thing. You just sit there and you just be. You just watch. You realize, oh, that stuff, those thoughts aren't me. That thought just passed. That can't be me. Feeling just passed. It can't be me. I'm still here, but that isn't. And then realizing, oh, there's something that's aware of that. That's aware that I'm aware of my thoughts. To step back even farther, to have the detachment, but also, you're still in the body, still experiencing stimuli, still engage with the world, still have to pilot this thing in some regard. But yeah, just the magic of really being fully present, bypassing fear, bypassing beliefs, bypassing a sense of limitation, just removing judgment from yourself and from other people. Like, there's no space for that stuff to show up and impose these limitations and constrict the energy of that space, of that container, of that relationship, when you're just present with what is. Yeah, it's powerful. It's had me just kind of going, what the hell, over the last few weeks. Trying to figure out, alright, what do I do with that experience? What do I do with this intellectual knowledge? Other than continue to be present, because it feels good to my body. Avoiding the trickery of the mind and all that shenanigans, and living more in the heart, in the body, with what's here and now, what's actually verifiably real based upon my observation, and not fears or concerns or mental worries or ideas from other people that don't work for me. Yeah. It's a trippy thing. Go find yourself a spiritual teacher of some sort, someone who has a real sense of presence. Just notice, like, wow, what's different about this than maybe I've ever experienced before, that I get to experience some of my other relationships. Lots of people would say the solution to our current world's gone mad is just people being more present, doing whatever is required for that. So, whether that's meditation practice, a formal meditation practice, yoga, it can be anything, just to really let go of some of the conditioning and all the hustle and bustle and the noise. Just connect with what truly is, what's right here and now. Allowing our true self, our authentic self, our higher self, whatever you want to call it, the real you, to come through, to be present in the body, and to be actualized in relationships in the world and in your work. Yeah. How can you be more present today? Thanks for your time and attention watching this. These are your most precious resources. Use them wisely. Take care.